Testing. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. Let's give the board a few more minutes. I think they're wrapping up their executive session. Thank you for your patience. your smiling face.
Good evening, everyone. It's good to see so many of you that have come out to be a part of this May 12th, 2026 Joint Executive Governing Board for the Normally Schools Collaborative. Madam Secretary, we will now call the meeting to order. Please establish a quorum.
Yes, sir. Director Milton Roberts.
Present.
Director Edwards.
Present.
Secretary Taylor.
Present.
Director Davis Day.
Here.
Director Pearson.
Present.
Dr. Petty.
Present.
Vice President Jefferson.
Here.
Dr. Petty, we want to also welcome to our stand our interim superintendent, Dr. Cheryl Latrice Harris. We do have a quorum.
Can we give her a big round of applause?
Yes.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Would you please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll move immediately into agenda item. Let's see here. I will entertain a motion to approve the agenda for tonight's meeting with one exception. There is an item that Director Erica Edwards has asked be tabled, and that is going to be the transpar vote. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda, tabling the transpar contract vote.
So moved.
It's been moved.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Madam Secretary, by roll call vote, please.
It's been moved by Vice President Jefferson, seconded by Pearson. Erica? Okay, I'm sorry, Edwards. To approve the agenda minus transpar.
7.02.
7 point, correct, minus transpar. We're taking individual votes.
Yes, roll call vote, please.
Yes, sir. Director Milton Roberts.
Yes.
Director Edwards.
Yes.
Secretary Taylor.
Yes.
Director Davis Day.
Yes.
Yes, got you. Director Pearson.
No.
Dr. Petty.
Yes.
And Vice President Jefferson.
Yes.
Dr. Petty, the yeses have it.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. We will move forward with this evening's agenda. At this time, we will have public comments. That is item 4 on the agenda. Is there anyone here for public comment this evening? Anyone here for public comment this evening? Well, we always welcome citizen input to these proceedings. We welcome your voice in our meetings. So at any time when you feel the need, we have a very simple process that you go through. You submit a form and you will be allowed to have your 3 minutes to speak. We encourage you to bring your thoughts, ideas, and opinions before the board. We are simply an arm and agent of the people. Item 5.01, board recognitions. We do have an item of recognition for today. Come on, Doctor.
Good evening, Board President, Dr. Petty, Interim Superintendent, Dr. Harris, members of the board. We'd like to recognize Joseph Salami, is that correct? Salami, who is a 4th grade student at Washington Elementary. He spent part of last summer creating an album in GarageBand before the school year even began. One track titled "'Cause You My Baby" was submitted to the University of Missouri's Creating Original Music Project Festival, where it earned 2nd place in the elementary school Song with Words category. Joseph was honored at the festival on April 18th at UMSL and received a $200 reward. So we have a short video if we can play. We spoke with Joseph's music teacher and Joseph himself. We'd like to play this if we can.
Hello, my name is Max Jansen, and I am Washington's music teacher. I've been their music teacher for about 5 years in Normandy.
My name is Joseph Salami. I'm in 4th grade, and my school is Washington Elementary.
So I submitted Joseph to Mizzou's Composition Festival because he told me he was making an album. When he sent me his music, I was blown away by what he did in GarageBand. So we had submitted him to the Elementary Songs with Words category, and that's where he won silver.
It felt exciting because it's my song that I made. I usually listen to other people's music, saying, wow, I wish I could make music like this. For me to make music and express myself in my songs is just really exciting. What inspired me is I really love music, and I was thinking, what if I made my own music and turned it into an album?
Well, Joseph is a complete gentleman. When I looked at his album, I found that so many of the stuff was creative. We had to pick a few different songs because there was such a range on the album. Which one? We eventually settled on a love song, and I thought that he had really done a great job of just really hitting that home. Even as like a 4th grader, I thought that he did a great job of capturing something. You know, you get the feeling of it. There was direction throughout the whole thing. It was just very creative and well constructed.
I started working on music about in late 2024. My album released in June 30th in 2025. Mr. Jansen, he supports me because when I first told him that I was making music, he said great and complimented me. Then he entered me into this contest and I won 2nd place. And I also earned $200, all because of Mr. Jansen entered me in a contest.
My best lessons always involve a little bit of create a little bit of this or create a little bit of that. I know like in a quiz that I took with them a little bit ago, I had them on the back to write out a word using pitches as an extension. And kids do love and can absolutely do more.
My goals is to make my music sound better and more professional, like other professional artists. For my family, I ask them a lot of things about how they think about my music, and they're really honest because if I ask them, do they like this song or do they like the lyrics, they wouldn't just say yes because they're my parents. They would say yes or no depending on if they like it and if it's good for me.
See, music education is really central. When kids don't get access to music, when they don't get access to PE, art, library, they don't have an outlet. As well as these skills work their brain in ways that the other subjects don't, or it reinforces them. Music is so much related to rhythm, it connects every part of your brain, and without that, kids just don't have what they need to develop as much as they could. I'd say I help students build confidence in their work by giving them many opportunities to succeed and fail. A big part of my class is that failure is going to happen. You must try. And then when kids fail, we support each other and move on.
Mr. Jansen taught me a lot of things like tempo. He just taught me a lot of things about music, and I think I'm really grateful that he's my music teacher.
Joseph has succeeded so much, and it's not due to me. I mean, I have helped him out, I've given him his education, but him going home to GarageBand is all him. He's done a wonderful job working on this project. For students that are looking to continue music or looking to make a lifestyle out of their music, I would just say, go for it. You have to practice, but once you do, you'll see that there's something on the other side of this. That after you pick up an instrument for just a few hours, for a few weeks, that you will be at a spot you never thought possible. Music is about experimenting, it's about trying new things, and there is something for anyone in the field of music.
If you want to make music, go ahead, do it. It's gonna take a lot of work. Express yourself.
Yeah, you're my baby. No, you're my baby. Driving me crazy, 'cause you're my baby. Yeah, you're my baby, and I don't want to cry. Yeah, you're my baby, 'cause you're my baby. Yeah.
It's nice to hear the passion from the student and the teacher on this video, so we appreciate that. We also want to recognize 4 students from Barack Obama Elementary School. If they are here, if they can make their way to the front. And if we could have family members join as well, that would be great. First graders Raylyn Haywood and Chloe Schultz. And second graders Desmond Lyons and Jemiah Charisse have had their artwork selected for publication in the Young Artist Monster Madness 2026 edition. The students entered the contest through the Legacy Center's after-school program, which encourages creativity and hands-on learning opportunities for young students. A special thank you goes to the Legacy Center and its dedicated staff for supporting and enriching the after-school program. Their efforts provide first and second grade students with valuable opportunities to explore creativity and engage in hands-on learning experiences beyond the classroom. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We've got one more. Last but not least, on May 1st, St. Louis County officially recognized Normandy Early Learning Center Day, honoring the center's outstanding commitment to early childhood education. During the special celebration, Greendale Mayor and our newest member of the Normandy School Board, Monica Jefferson, presented Principal Dr. Lenore Payne with the official county proclamation. If we can get Dr. Payne.
Happy belated birthday.
This recognition highlights the center's dedication to educating the whole child through high-quality instruction, strong family engagement, and nurturing student-centered environment. It also celebrates the recent NIAC accreditation and strong student achievement. More than 75% of kindergarten students are performing at or above grade level, and 85% of preschool students are meeting the Missouri Early Learning Standards.
All right.
Let's give all our honorees another round of applause. Thank the families that are here supporting them tonight. All right, Superintendent's report is up next. Item 6.01, KAI agenda. Anyone here from KAI? Carlton, you want to just present that one slide? It's just an update on the construction at Bell North Elementary. It's good to know that that construction is underway and those youngsters will be in a much more comfortable learning setting.
Good evening. Normandy School Board. Appreciate you all. Dr. Petty, President.
Yes, sir.
And our new interim superintendent. Dr. Cheryl Harris, and Normandy Schools Collaborative Community. Great to see you all this evening. Just briefly want to give an update on the construction effort in the district with regard to our construction manager's work, KAI. Right now we have a lot of activity going on at Belnor. That project is pretty much wrapping up to completion. Look at this, this is outstanding. Classroom 202. Principal West, I know he's really proud of that classroom space. That space is about to be punched out and delivered over fully to the school. So this is, in a nutshell, what's going on. We're excited and proud about the status of this project, and we'll field any questions that you may have at this time.
Well, we appreciate you, Carlton Brooks. Thank you so much for sharing that. We are excited about this forward movement with this particular project. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
At this time, we'd like to welcome our interim superintendent for an update, Dr. Cheryl Harris.
Good evening, everyone. First, I want to let you know it is a true honor to serve as interim superintendent and to support our staff and students and community. I wanted to first give you a couple of updates on some things that have been in the works. We've been working on our CSIP plan, and we have a meeting scheduled with Dr. Mary Hendricks Harris with Ed Plus. She's been working with our team to compose our CSIP plan, and so we'll continue meeting with her next week to finalize the draft of that. We've also been working on our accreditation plan. I'm working with DESE's area supervisor, Lisa Hazel, and John Waters from Ed Plus to provide curriculum supports and professional development for staff going into the fall. And we want to ensure that those goals are aligned with our CSIP plan. So we'll be working collaboratively with DESE and with Dr. Mary Hendricks Harris to make sure our CSIP plan and that our accreditation plan are aligned so that we can move forward. I am proud to share that in terms of our MAP assessment updates, 100% of the scholars at Belnor, Washington, and Jefferson have completed the MAP test. We have 97% completed at Barack Obama. The middle school has 98%, and the high school has 98%. We have through Friday of this week to complete any sessions that have not been completed. So we are sure that students who have not completed the task will be up to doing that. Our counselors and principals are working hard to make sure those students come in and complete those assessments. And also that sets us right on the mark for a completion rate of over 99% of our scholars in the district, which puts us above the state's standard. They have a threshold of 5% of students for the level not determined, and so we are well above that. So we will definitely meet the mark for completing assessments with the MAP and the ELCs. In terms of climate and culture, I'm happy to report that the staff members are continuing to demonstrate commitment to serving students with high needs. I have been to multiple of the buildings talking one-on-one with staff, and they are still excited and moving forward, working hard with our students. I've been working with the leadership staff to maintain cohesiveness and collaboration. We're developing a succession plan for each department with a strong focus on our standard operating procedures. I've scheduled meetings with various community and partners to ensure strong social emotional support for our students and staff for the upcoming school year. This includes, I've met with the 24-1, Beyond Housing, Community Impact Network, Better Family Life, because they are bringing back our 21st Century program, and for our parents and staff, that's important because it provides some before and some after-school care. But in the after-school program, it provides not just tutoring, but enrichment. And that's important for our students, too, to have some exposure to some different things. And so we've been working with Better Family Life, the Legacy Center, and Branch Top Solutions. I'm working with the mayors and Beyond Housing to schedule some conversations with the community. I want to start building those strong relationships with the families and the students who live in the community. And I'm placing a strong emphasis on meeting families that are not enrolled in our district so that I can talk to them about all the positive things going on with Normandy Schools Collaborative and see how we can meet their children's needs to get them to enroll in our schools. I have also met with the NEA president on several occasions to ensure ratification of the IBB agreement and so that we work cohesively together so that our students and staff get what they need. I am also working with my fellow board members. We're working as a team. We're meeting one-on-one each month just so that we can bond and get to know each other and make sure that we are in alignment with our goals for the district so that we can move forward and make some positive moves for our students. And that completes my report.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. Let's give her another big round of applause. We want to acknowledge that it is not easy to step in the role under the circumstances that she stepped into the role, and it takes a lot of courage, and we appreciate her for doing so and having the tenacity to continue to move this district forward. Are there any questions for Dr. Harris? Director Pearson?
Dr. Harris, you mentioned that the CSIP update that you'll be meeting with Dr. Mary Hendrick Harris. Will you still keep that committee that was originally on the CSIP plan?
Definitely. I was a part of the committee on the onset, and so we'll continue with the same committee so that there's that cohesiveness and collaboration with the work that we've already done.
In addition to that, Director Pearson, we've received some guidance from DESE with regard to the strategic plan, the Comprehensive School Improvement Plan, and so we will be following that guidance as well. Any other questions for Dr. Harris? The chair yields the floor to Director Milton Roberts.
You just made mention to the comprehensive plan. When will that be shared with the board?
I want to make sure that it's completed first, and so I need some time to meet with Dr. Mary Hendricks Harris so that we can get a timeline in place. And once I meet with her to figure out what all we need to complete, that will give me more insight on how much work needs to be done. My goal is to have it to work at getting it completed by June 1st so that by the next board meeting, I can have a presentation for you.
And just so you know, that team is working on the previously established timeline, and so Dr. Harris just has not taken the liberty of adjusting what was previously established. Any other questions for Dr. Harris? Seeing that there are none, thank you again, Dr. Harris. We appreciate your report, and we look forward to continued and steady flow of information and updates on what's happening in and about our district. Thank you very much. At this time, we're going to move right into item number 7.01. This is the health insurance broker recommendation. We have had several opportunities to review the information that has been submitted. I think this is the third meeting now that we've had regarding this, and I think that we are ready for a vote. If there's anything you'd like to share at this time, please do, but I think I'm ready to call for a vote unless there are questions.
I do have one question.
Chair yields the floor to Director Pearson.
I may have missed the meeting where it was initially given, so I have to review the information. Has the staff who will utilize this insurance plan, have they had any input on what qualities they would like to see in the insurance plan?
Yes, Director Pearson. So we actually, in hiring or recommending the insurance broker, which is MMA here. These representatives, and by the way, this is Scott James and Lucy Coons, and they are account execs with Marsh McLennan, the agency, MMA. And so what happened was we actually had a team, an evaluation committee, that basically reviewed all of the responses, the RFP responses, which were several, and selected after really a lengthy period. This is a collaborative effort with the NEA representatives. We have representatives in the audience from the teacher side, in addition to the administration or the staff side. And we collectively and in tandem went through this process over really a 3-month period of time, really digging meticulously through this process and arriving at this great company, MMA, to be our broker. And so they're going to actually be managing the current healthcare package that we have with Cigna. Those packages, they'll be managing that, and they'll be working with the district. They'll be looking at, okay, should we continue to work with Cigna? Should we bid things out and perhaps work with another insurance carrier? But we really are coming forward to recommend again, and this again being the third reading, as Dr. Petty mentioned, we are recommending this firm to oversee our services as a broker. And so they're going to do a great job. They have established and done this work in many other districts over many years, and I'm going to let them speak at this time as well.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. We're more than happy to answer any questions. We are very excited about this opportunity. We know, when I say we've got a great team, and it's our team that does such a great job helping and assisting our clients. We're very proactive. We're always going to bring new potential solutions to the table. As Mr. Brooks pointed out, we will constantly be monitoring Cigna and the services that they're providing and the claims experience. If and when the time comes to look at options, it might be this year, it might be a year down the road, but whenever that is, we do a really great job of looking at anything and everything that's available from the other carriers and determining whether or not there might be a better solution.
I have 2 more questions, actually. The next question is, what districts have you served in St. Louis?
We serve 8 different school districts, 7 of which are in St. Louis. Columbia Public Schools is the one outstate. We work with Pattonville School District, Special School District, Francis Howell, Fort Zumwalt, Parkway School District, Northwest R1, which is in Jefferson County, Orchard Farm School District. I think that was the 8. I think I hit them all. They represent about 20,000 teachers, staff, and administrators in the area.
And when will this policy go into effect with you all, your contract?
It's my understanding it would be following approval from the board.
Thank you, that's all I have.
I have a question.
The chair yields the floor to Director Edwards.
Hello again. It's nice to see you back. Look like somebody is ready to go. I just want to say, I know that we talked about before the major concern that we have, which is relationships with the district and with the personnel. And I just want to ask for some reassurance on that, on how that will work. And that's all that I want to say.
Sure. We know it was very clear right from the beginning how important the employee benefit package is to the collaborative. And we know how important it is for you to maintain as competitive level of benefits as is possible. That's our goal, and our goal is to do that also in a way that is most affordable for the board. We're really excited. We'll meet with the board as often as we need to. I know that the district has a committee that they work very closely with. We'll work with the committee. We'll work with the administration team, and we're here as your advocate.
Thank you.
The chair yields the floor to Director Deanna Davis-Day. while she works with her microphone, I do have one question, and I may not be using the right or correct terminology, but you mentioned the representation of the other 8 school districts, and that's a reflection of some 20,000 staff members. Does that give your firm buying power then, if you will?
It absolutely does. And not only do we represent those 20,000 school district employees, but Marsh McLennan Agency's office here in Chesterfield, we work with hundreds of clients in the area. So we have all sorts of buying power and leverage. And you know, our local office is part of a much larger organization that has about 15,000 employees around the country. And we're under the Marsh umbrella, which has over 95,000 employees around the world. So a lot of leverage, and our team does a really great job negotiating renewals and negotiating new contracts.
Thank you for that. You ready, Director
I
Davis?
am.
Go for it.
Finally, thank you. Good evening. This question is more for our board president. Would it be improper to ask Mr. Word?
Yes, Mr. Word represents our most critical stakeholder group, which is our teachers. He represents Normandy NEA, and I think what Director Davis Day is asking is how involved in the process have you been, and on behalf of the constituents that you represent, would you just kind of please stand and say a word? Let's give him a round of applause for being brave and put on the spot.
And Normandy alum.
Well, this is important, so it's needed. The NEA was very much involved in this process.
Yes, sir.
We attended all the meetings. We asked the tough questions. We were thinking of our members, the teachers, the staff, custodians, bus drivers, administrative assistants, every individual who works in the district, administrators as well. Thinking about them in the process. And we asked those hard-hitting questions, and they can attest to that, and so can Mr. Brooks. It was very important to us that we knew what we were getting ourselves into, and out of all of them, all of them were great. But M and M and A were about the best that we could come up with that would work with us with the things that we need and for a long-term relationship. So we were also looking at that. If we continue this, how much would that cost us? So we were looking at those factors too. Would there be an extra charge or additional added monies? Those things were very important to us because we did not want to have, just an exorbitant amount of money we're having to pay out for services natural for anybody for just living. So we were very pleased to work with them, and they were also willing to go the extra mile with us in the conversations that we had. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Any further questions?
Before you walk away, you are saying that you support this broker?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Yes, we do. NEA.
Are there any further questions? All right, well, I will entertain a motion to approve the health insurance broker recommendation. We probably need to start July 1. So I just want to make sure that that's more clear as opposed to.
Yes, they're prepared to start it even as early as June 1st. But
Okay.
yes.
All right, well, we'll come up with the exact date, but I will entertain a motion to approve it as submitted. It's been moved by Director Milton Roberts.
Second.
It's been second by Vice President Jefferson. Madam Secretary, by roll call vote.
Yes, sir. The vote on the floor is to approve the insurance broker, health insurance broker. Director Milton Roberts.
Yes.
Director Edwards.
Yes.
Secretary Taylor.
Yes.
Director Davis Day.
Yes.
Director Pearson.
Yes.
Dr. Petty.
Yes.
Vice President Jefferson.
Yes.
The yeses have it.
Well, that was easy enough. Thank you all for the time, for being here, and we look forward to the continued collaboration. And we're sure that you'll be hearing from us, and we'll work this thing out. Thank you, Dr. Brooks. All right. While we have tabled item 7.02 for transport, I do think it's important to just share because people are here. We heard from our own Carlton Brooks as he presented around that particular contract. We then heard from Transpar themselves as they presented the contract. We then also heard from Benita Weaver, who was the Director of Transportation. And last week during our board work session, we heard from another critical stakeholder group, which happens to be the bus drivers. And so we think that the board is really doing their due diligence around, approving or not approving this contract. The board is really diving into it. And I think that in one of those meetings, at one of those junctures, and as you heard earlier tonight, we had a board member that was not a part of every meeting with the health insurance brokerage firm. We've had a board member that missed one of the meetings with Transpar, and there are just a few outstanding questions. And we think it's important for the board to have a first look, a first read, a second read, a third look, and really not make decisions the night of the board meeting. We're looking to make decisions that are well planned and well thought out and informed. And so we will entertain our board members' request to table that vote until she receives the information. I believe Mr. Brooks is aware of the information that she has requested. I see he's nodding yes, and so that will happen in a timely fashion, and we will get this taken care of. Moving right along, the consent agenda. I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Can we individually vote? I make a motion to individually vote on each item by roll call vote.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second to vote on each item by roll call vote. Madam Secretary?
Yes, sir. It was motioned on the floor by Director Pearson and seconded by Director Milton Roberts to have an individual vote on the consent items. Director Davis-Day?
Yes.
Director Milton Roberts?
Yes.
Vice President Jefferson?
Yes.
Dr. Petty?
Yes.
Secretary Taylor?
Yes.
Director Edwards?
Yes.
And Director Pearson?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Madam Secretary, item 8.01 by roll call vote is the Native Prairie Reserve with Beyond Housing.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question before we vote?
Yes.
Okay, the Native Prairie Reserve is something that we've talked about multiple times. We voted on it 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. And I, again, as I asked at the meeting last week, want to know why the vote and the wishes of the board are not being followed as it relates to this piece of property. As a board, we made a decision that we did not want to do anything with any of our properties until the buildings and grounds survey and study were completed so that we could make a determination as to how to move forward and where to place things and all that. And it's something that we've talked about repeatedly. We voted 3 times now to not take any action on this piece of property, which is actually the Wayside Garden. And so I would like to suggest that we remove this item from the vote, or that we vote no, because it is what we as a board said that we were going to do when we made that initial determination about the building and ground survey.
Point of clarity, I think the votes that were taken were regarding the sale of the property.
We have both.
At this point, we're not entering into any agreement. The district is not incurring any costs. This potentially creates an opportunity that would, in the long run, benefit students, teachers, and learning, and that's why it's on the agenda. But we'll take a roll call vote on it, and everybody's voice will be heard. The will of the board will be heard as we vote. Madam Secretary, by roll call vote, item 8.01.
So, Dr. Petty, can you make it clear?
The motion on the
what we're
floor
voting
is
for?
to approve the Native Prayer Reserve as presented.
Got you.
Yep.
Motion on the floor is to approve Native Prairie Reserve
As presented.
as presented. Director Davis Day. Director Milton Roberts.
No.
Director Edwards.
No.
Secretary Taylor.
Abstain.
Director Pearson.
Abstain.
Dr. Petty.
Yes.
And Vice President Jefferson.
I abstain.
It does not pass, Dr. Petty.
All right. Item 8.02, regular board meeting minutes.
Just a second, Doc. I'm putting the motions. And we had it motioned by Pearson and seconded by Milton Roberts. And so we're voting for the board minutes on the consented item. Director Milton Roberts,
Yes, sorry.
Director Edwards,
Yes.
Secretary Taylor,
Yes.
Director Davis Day,
Yes.
Director Pearson,
Yes.
Dr. Petty,
Yes.
and Vice President Jefferson.
Yes.
Dr. Petty, that one passed.
8.03, board work session, April 21st.
Yes, sir. Let me get the motions in. It was Pearson and Milton Roberts. Individual vote on the floor. Vice President Jefferson,
Yes.
Dr. Petty,
Yes.
Director Pearson,
Yes.
Director Davis Day,
Yes.
Secretary Taylor,
Yes.
Yes.
got you, Director Edwards,
Yes.
and Director Milton Roberts. Dr. Petty, that one passed. Work session minutes, 8.04.
8.05 by roll call vote, Madam Secretary.
04.
8.04.
Yes, sir. Putting in the motions again.
So moved.
I'm sorry, my system is freezing up. There we go. Pearson and Milton Roberts. And now the individual vote. Director Milton Roberts,
Yes.
Director Edwards,
Yes.
Secretary Taylor,
Yes.
Director Davis Day,
Yes.
Director Pearson,
Yes.
Dr. Petty,
Yes.
Vice President Jefferson,
Yes.
and that passed as well, Dr. Petty. We are at 8.5 for the policies.
By roll call vote, Madam Secretary.
Yes, sir.
I asked a question on that one as well. On this one, I thought there was something that Director Edwards had asked to have changed or tweaked in the policy on facilities.
We worked it out. We discussed the arrangement around that.
Yeah, we had a conversation and it's going to be corrected.
Has the correction also been made so that it does not violate state statute where it has authorization resting with a cabinet member and no authorization for the superintendent? Because my understanding is that in both cases, there was a violation there that needed to be corrected.
We'll look into that.
So should we remove it until it has been updated? Because if we update it with the incorrect information in there, then that's the policy that we have.
At this time, I would entertain a roll call vote. 8.05, Madam Secretary.
Yes, sir. So we are voting on the approval of the
Yes.
As written.
policies.
With adjusted updates.
With what?
With adjusted updates.
Okay, so what?
Let me indicate that.
Yeah,
With
please.
the adjusted updates for, which adjusted updates, I guess is what I'm asking. Because we need to have adjusted updates so that they're in compliance with state statute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Got it. So the vote on the floor is to approve the policies with the adjusted updates with state statutes. Vice President Jefferson,
Yes.
Director Pearson,
No.
Dr. Petty,
Yes.
Director Davis Day, Secretary Taylor,
Yes.
Director Edwards,
Yes.
Director Milton Roberts.
Yes.
Dr. Petty, the yeses have it.
All right. 8.06, check listings for approval.
Allow me to put the motions in, please.
Chair yields the floor to Director Davis Day. Questions regarding the check listing?
Good evening. So I think Director Taylor has asked to see some information about check listings before. I've asked to see I've questioned one of the check listings for a while now, and it just kind of seems a little excessive. And I was wondering, I want to see the MOU for the Mentors in Motion.
As Carlton Brooks comes, I can tell you that the board secretary has been researching this, and at this point in time, we are unable to uncover or discover an MOU or a contract for Mentors in Motion, and so the board secretary has been directed to reach out to the organization itself to see if they have in their possession an executed contract or MOU. I believe the board secretary has also had some conversations with Dr. Tony Brooks regarding this as well. So anything that you have to add to that, Carlton?
Yes, Dr. Petty. The one thing I want to say, Director Deanna Day, is that anytime you have a question about anything on the listing, the check listing, feel free to call or send me an email directly, and we will address it. We will get you the information that you need. We can have the conversation, et cetera, so that you feel, and the board, any of you, feel fully resolved about any questions that you might have. I just wanted to address any kind of question that you might have around a check listing. Let me say this also. This may be something that the board you may consider having, but in other districts when I've served as a CFO, we've had a committee, a finance committee, and on it we've had, it was a board advisory committee that basically had maybe one or two board members on it, and they were involved as we reviewed the check warrant reports, the check listings, any kinds of purchases, et cetera, so that there was some assurance on what we were buying. So, but again, anytime you have a question or any of you as board members have questions about anything included in the check listing, just pick up the phone, feel free to send an email and we'll address it right away, straight away. Thank you.
I have a question.
One
Yes.
second.
Okay.
Hold on. I thought you were going to answer some questions, or I thought you were going to speak to the MOU.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you had
said they
you
don't
had
have
the
it.
question about the check listing first, and that was all I was going to help with. Now, Dr. Petty mentioned the piece about getting the MOU and getting a copy of that document, and we will work to secure that information for you. But I was just addressing your initial question on the check listing.
So point of clarity, when we have a check listing as we have tonight, have these checks already been paid or will they be paid upon approval?
They will be paid upon approval. So generally what happens is we do not issue the checks until the board has approved them. Now, we do release some of the checks for like utilities. Those are provisionally released, which is the standard process in order to keep our lights on and the heat in the buildings. But we don't release payment on those checks until you formally approve them and consent.
I have a question before you walk away.
Yes.
How do you know to pay them if there's no MOU?
So the way that we pay them, this goes back over 100 years in the state of Missouri with check, warrant reports. But what happens is when the board approves these checks in consent, it has formally, with a quorum, said that we are in agreement with these checks, we agree, and we are ready for you to release them. So we're just basically carrying out your directive once you consent to the approval of the check listing.
So anything on the check listing is only being approved because the board approved it? Is that what you just said? So,
I'm sorry. I see hands coming up, but not to get things complicated, okay? But when the board approves the budget, it automatically gives a layer to allow departments and buildings to spend as they need in alignment with their budgets. And so we are just following those protocols and providing you all with these purchases. So we don't release again the checks until you've had a chance to look at them and approve them.
Can I add a point of clarity on that one?
Well, hold on just a second. I want to make sure that Director Davis Day is done, and then we had some other people before you.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll yield. You have a good evening.
You too.
Thank you.
The chair yields the floor to Director Secretary Taylor.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi.
Hi.
So each month we ask these same questions, and we know that we get the check listings, and I'm glad to know that they are not paid until they are approved by the board. And so there are quite a few charges on there. I don't know if you have this information handy now, but I'm going to ask because I've noticed that in addition to the mentors in motion, there are, I would say, extremely high fuel and transportation charges. There are charges for, what is the Missouri Department of, I guess it's the Missouri Department of Natural Resources.
Yes, so those are utility payments, or we have basically a lease arrangement on our equipment to build efficiency. So working with the Missouri Division of Natural Resources, that's a state agency, we work with them on the lease of this important equipment that helps us to have clean, operating equipment that keeps our students in our buildings, free of, bad air, et cetera. So it's a long-term lease agreement that we have, and we pay, it's been something that's been in place actually for some years. And so it's ongoing. We have principal payments to make each month.
Okay. Because I noticed just looking at, and I just looked at just this most recent, budget that we have, and it shows there are, I believe 3 for the month of April, and that's kind of concerning. Another question I needed to ask you also, there are charges for Overland Shade. What are those charges for?
So you're saying Overland Shade?
It's called Overland Shade.
Overland
That's the
Shade
company right there in Bonita Park. Mhm.
So we may buy lighting equipment from Overland Shade, or any kind of light bulbs that we, of course, we have lighting and light bulbs that are required all over the district, hundreds, in fact, if not thousands. And so we buy those often in quantities at competitive, pricing.
And just so that the public and the community would know, it costs us $11,681 for those lights that you just made mention of. There are some other charges. Looks like there are supplies being made to some of the schools. We are ending the school year, so I guess it's concerning to me when we're spending almost $10,000 for supplies at the middle school. There's also, I mentioned about the fuel. Is that just for the school buses, or is that for security vehicles? Is that for all the employees'
Yes, it is.
vehicles? What
it's
is
largely
that?
for our buses. So in running all the routes that we run, we have currently diesel buses. We will be having 15 electric buses shortly. But in order to operate those buses successfully on our local transit and then overnight the trips that we have on field trips, et cetera, we've got to buy the fuel for those buses.
Well, I'm glad you said something about a field trip, because I looked throughout the entire month of April, and we only spent $1,572 on a field trip, and that was for Barack Obama. So we have some issues. And so when we come, like I say, I'm very particular when it comes to the budget and how the money is being spent, because we know the state that our district is in. Our fund balance each month it's dwindling and dwindling, you know, and over this past year, we see all of these charges. And we have asked, I know I've asked to see invoices. We have yet to see them. I've asked for invoices. We receive invoices for the American Express. The only thing it had on there was an invoice date with an amount. We still don't know what's being purchased.
Can I ask you this?
Let me just
I'm
finish
sorry.
this. And so I'm just in a state, I need to know. I guess I need to know because our budget is tight. And I have a concern when we spend so much money, when so much money is going out. And like I said, we only spent $1,572 on a field trip for the entire district.
Okay, Director Day, thank you so much for that.
Director
We
Taylor.
share, Director Taylor, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
We have the same conviction that we want to contain expenditures. And so anytime that you have a question with regard to any spending, feel free to come to call or, you say that you've asked for invoices, but I can't say that anytime you need any of that, just come by or we can get together and we can look at it together to answer your questions. I think once you have a chance to do that, you're going to see that really we're trying to be frugal and we are really trying to be what we're supposed to be stewardship-wise with our expenditures. So anytime you want to meet up with me or if you have specific invoices or whatever, feel free to stop through or I can meet you somewhere and we can go over that information.
Okay, thank you. I'll end it with this. Every month, I ask you for invoices. And every month, we come back and I still have not gotten. I don't think I need to schedule a meeting with you. I think that if I ask you month after month after month, something should be provided to me. Thank you.
So
that's all I have.
when have you asked? I'm a little
Every
confused.
month. I ask every month. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome.
Dr. Petty, can I remind us, these are our consented items, and what the directive that you gave us was to vote for each consented item. We're going into discussion and action on our consented items.
Thank you for that point of order.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate that. With that recognition, we will.
I mean, I had a comment,
I'm
but
ready
I spoke before.
I'm ready to say that.
Okay,
We're going to
thank
yield the
you.
floor to Director Pearson to wrap up her comment, and then we're moving forward.
Good evening, Mr. Brooks.
Good evening.
So, I'm trying to be professional, okay? How do we pay, and I'm gonna say the number because I ain't scared and can't nobody whoop me. How do we pay a $30,000 bill monthly? And it has been sometimes twice a month. And there's no type of MOU. There's just a invoice. You cannot. I deal with funds daily, so I understand with the Missouri National Reserve. I understand taking your cars out to St. Louis County, taking the buses there and getting the fuel. Diesel fuel is $5.99, and it might be $7 tomorrow. We don't know, but how do we continuously pay? And I've asked the question in executive session a few times, along with Director Davis Day. How do we continue to pay $30,000 and there's not even a contract that says that we should? So I understand that you said that in districts that you've previously been in, that board members have come up with their own committees with the budget. I suggest that we do one. That's number one. Number two, I would like, I don't know if this is the correct word, investigation on whose idea was it to cost this $30,000. $30,000 is not $3. If I can pick off the top of my head, since they are only at one school, I can tell you who did it. But this is not the time and the place. But so that the other board members are informed, because we are a team of 8, including our interim superintendent, whomever, I would suggest that that information is brought to us as soon as possible. Please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Secretary, roll call vote. We're at item
Yes, sir. Checklisting.
8.06.
We're voting to approve the checklisting for items 8.06, to approve the check listing. Director Milton Roberts,
Yes.
On your computer.
Director Edwards,
Yes.
Secretary Taylor,
No.
Director Davis Day,
No.
Director Pearson,
Abstain.
Dr. Petty,
No.
Vice President Jefferson.
No.
The noes have it.
Item 8.07, Madam Secretary, by roll call vote.
Yes, sir. The vote on the floor is to approve the 26-27 revised calendar. Allow me to put the motions in. Pearson and Milton Roberts. Individual vote, Dr. Petty,
Yes.
Vice President Jefferson,
Yes.
Director Pearson,
Yes.
Director Davis Day,
I have a question about the calendar. May I not ask a question?
We're just voting at this time.
This is
We,
consent.
point of order, it's a consent. Yeah.
Okay. Abstain. Secretary Taylor,
Yes.
Director Edwards.
Yes.
And Director Milton Roberts.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I apologize. Director Pearson.
Yeah.
Got it. Sorry about that. Next,
Item 8.09, Madam Secretary,
8.08.
8.08.
I'm putting in the motions. 8.08, career ladder, and now the individual votes. Director Milton Robert,
Yes.
Director Edwards,
Yes.
Secretary Taylor,
Yes.
Director Davis Day,
Yes.
Director Pearson,
Yes.
Dr. Petty,
Yes.
Vice President Jefferson.
Yes.
The yeses have it. 8.09, the updated ELC proposal. Allow me to put in the motions. That's Pearson and Milton Roberts. The individual vote on the floor. Vice President Jefferson,
Yes.
Dr. Petty,
Yes.
Director Pearson,
Abstain.
Director Davis Day,
Yes.
Secretary Taylor,
Yes.
Director Edwards,
Yes.
and Director Milton Roberts.
Absolutely yes.
Yes, ma'am. The yeses have it, Dr.
8.10.
Microfilm request for proposal. Allow me to put in the motions. Pearson and Milton Roberts. Director Milton Roberts,
Yes.
Director Edwards,
Yes.
Secretary Taylor,
I know. I'm abstain.
Director Davis Day,
Yes.
Director Pearson,
Yes.
and Dr. Petty,
Yes.
Vice President Jefferson.
Yes.
The yeses have it, Dr. Petty. Moving on to 8.11, the cleaning of the band uniforms. Allow me to put in the motions. Pearson. Milton Roberts. Individual vote on the floor. Vice President Jefferson,
Yes.
Dr. Petty,
Yes.
Director Pearson,
Yes.
Director Davis Day,
Yes.
Secretary Taylor,
Yes.
Director Edwards,
Absolutely.
Director Milton Roberts. All right, the yeses have it, Dr. Petty. And then we have 8.12, which looks like our last one would be our Normandy Schools Collaborative Superintendent Search. Allow me to put in the motions.
Can I make a point of,
We're voting at this time.
there's a point of order. You can't just do a superintendent search with
I
one
responded to your
vendor.
email.
Okay.
I responded to your email.
Taking the individual votes for the superintendent search. Vice President Jefferson,
Yes.
Dr. Petty,
Yes.
Director Pearson,
Abstain.
Director Davis Day.
Yes.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Sorry, I have to make a note. Secretary Taylor,
Yes.
Director Edwards.
Yes.
Director Milton Roberts.
Abstain?
Oh, wow. Dr. Petty, the yeses have it.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. That completes our work around the consent agenda. At this point, we have item number 9, board announcements and comments. Yes. Chair yields the floor to Director Edwards.
Thank you, President Petty. I asked to go first because I have to jet out of here to pick my daughter up from work. So I appreciate that. I just want to say I had the pleasure over, I guess this past month, this month almost gone, seem like it, visiting the schools. I visited every school, talked to every principal for Principal's Day. I had lovely conversations with each principal. I appreciate them so much and all the work they do. I know this past week was Teachers Appreciation Week. If I could have got around to every teacher in the district, I would have, but I couldn't. But just know that my heart is with you and the hard work that you do in the classrooms. I appreciate you. Also, the bus drivers had a bus driver day. And I went over to see them. Not many were there. But I still went over to just show my appreciation to them and all the work that they do day in and day out to make sure our students arrive to school safely and arrive back home safely. So I appreciate all of you and everything you do. And that is all I had to say this evening. Thank you all. Thank you, my board members, for being collaborative and working together this evening. And see you all next month.
Thank you, Director.
Director Edwards. Director Pearson.
Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
Speaking of bus drivers, this morning, I think her name was Miss Aretha. I didn't get to hear her because I think me and the children were yelling. There was a wild dog at the bus stop. She made sure them kids got on. She was early, but them kids were safe. I appreciate things like that because these are little kids. They're not little kids, but they're elementary school kids. And their excitement of running from a dog was, I just appreciate her. That's all I'm going to say. This morning, I also attended the DESI meeting. A lot of information was given out and was taken. I had the privilege of being the keynote speaker for Ribbons Day for the high school for the seniors. And it was a joy to see our children receive over $250,000 in scholarships. To see them, yes, they deserve it. They deserve it. To see them going paths that are not just ordinary. There were so many trades, there were so many doctors, there were so many nurses, there were so many entrepreneurs, and I was so glad to see that these students looked forward to their future. I also want to say a special thank you to the Legacy Center. Some members of the Legacy Center and myself were able to assist one of our senior girls to go to prom. And it was a joy because she just was in shock. Like, what can I do? What can I do? You can go to the prom and enjoy yourself because you deserve it. The Senate approve the bill 1442, which focus on elementary school literacy and teacher preparation programs. Hopefully, this will be beneficial not to just our students, but the students in the state of Missouri. The ELC tomorrow and the middle school is their field day all day. So I hope that it doesn't rain, and I hope that the kids go outside and get all their energy out. The high school graduation is next Tuesday, May 19th. The 8th grade promotion parade is May 21st. I will say, no offense to anyone, I'm kind of upset that they're not having a graduation in a formal sense, because the world that we live in, our students may not even see high school graduation, and this may be their biggest milestone. We never know. The world is very unpredictable. But I am glad that these children do get a chance to celebrate getting to the next milestone. Also, Bill North Field Day is May 20th. And their promotion is May 21st. I'ma just keep it brief. Don't ever go with the flow, be the flow. That's a quote by Jay-Z. Y'all have a good night.
Director Davis Day.
I have no comments this evening. You all have a great evening.
Director Milton Roberts.
Okay, I now have mastered the buttons. So, first off, thank you all for being here this evening. I also want to extend great gratitude and appreciation to our bus drivers, our teachers, our principals, our administrators, all the people that make Normandy work. It's a big job, and the dedication that all of our people in operations and our bus drivers and so forth, all the food service, everybody. Every day they come and they pour into our young people, and so I just wanted to say thank you, wholeheartedly to them. And hopefully we can, every time we see them, put a smile on their face and let them know how much they are appreciated. What I also would like to say is that I had an opportunity today to go to the DESE meeting at St. Louis Community College. It's in their transportation center. It's a very, very, very nice facility, and hopefully we'll have some young people that will be going off and matriculating to that center, because they have some great programming and such. And so that's something that we need to work with our students on. Got an opportunity to speak with our commissioner and found out today that she's going to be retiring. So that's kind of a new development. She will be, very much missed, but we've got good hands that will be left in. Also wanted to let you know that I'm really excited about what's happening in all of our schools, but I'm also excited about what's happening in some of our communities. In Belnor, for instance, they've kind of adopted, if you will, Belnor School. They did their Arbor Day with them and are really looking forward to doing some other things with the young people in those schools, and really would like to see all of our communities do exactly that, just really put their arms around each of the schools. On the 17th, in Belnor, there will be a garden tour, so anybody that's interested in that will be going on. And I believe there's also a garden sale in Normandy proper on the 16th. And then for everyone that likes to garden, there are garden spaces that are available at the Wayside Garden. You don't have to be an experienced gardener to participate, but they're very inexpensive garden beds that you can, rent. And there are lots of people there that will help you. We have two ladies that they do it annually, and they grow whatever they grow, and then they dedicate that and donate that to food pantries. So there's all kinds of cool things. And it's also an opportunity for our students to do community service and just to learn about agriculture. And that's something that I'm really going to be pushing a lot, because, our food is something that we obviously have to have, but there's also lots of scholarship opportunity. Lincoln University has agriculture programs and so forth, and there's other curriculum, and the University of Missouri St. Louis is a great resource and partner, and we're looking forward to working with them in that. That's all I got. Thank you.
Vice President Jefferson.
I'd just like to say it was my honor to be able to visit the Early Learning Center and present the proclamation. I hope to visit there many times again. And I know that your time is valuable, so I'd like to offer an apology for our tardiness this evening.
Secretary Taylor.
There is a gospel singer by the name of Bashan Mitchell, and he said, "It's turning around for me." And so I see Normandy School District, and we are turning around. I just want to say to our new interim superintendent, I believe she's doing a great job. All of the things that are taking place in our district, I don't want to start because it would take too long, but all of the things that are turning around in our district, and we can do this. We are doing this. Why? Because we are collaborating. Thank you all for coming out to support us, because we do support you all. Thank you.
Good evening. I'll entertain the motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second by roll call vote. Madam Secretary?
Yes, sir. It's been moved by Director Pearson and seconded by Director Davis Day. Roll call vote on the floor is to adjourn the meeting. Vice President Jefferson,
Yes.
Dr. Petty,
Yes.
Director Pearson,
Yes.
Director Davis Day, Secretary Taylor, and Director Milton Roberts. I'm sorry. Yes is